Lost Ones, an interactive story by Colvin. Branches scratch at your arms, while thorns tear at your clothing. You creep forward a little further, wishing the moon was more than just a faint crescent in the warm June sky. The only sound beside the crunch of your sandals on the dead leaves littering the forest floor is the soft bubbling of a nearby stream as it flows towards the sea. You stop, holding your breath and peering intently into the darkness. Close now, but you must not be seen. At least not until you can be sure. Settling on a sheltered spot, you crouch among the leafy brush and hope it will be dense enough to conceal your presence. Briefly you consider leaving. Surely it's no more than madness that prompted this nighttime ramble, but still, something holds you here. A half-remembered song, lilting and sad, the soft touch of a hand on your own, cold as the winter wind, eyes bright and alive with starlight. It was a dream. Nay, not a dream, but a nightmare, with surely nothing more to it than that. Still it returned to haunt your thoughts every night. Upon waking you would find yourself drenched in sweat and fear, while at the same time longing to see the faceless maiden who stalked your dreams just one more time. A fool's errand, your father would call it, should you have told him. You knew your mother, on the other hand, would blanch, locking you in your room for safety. She, at least, believes the old tales to be true. As well you didn't tell them. Your father may be right, but this is where you must be. A fool's errand indeed, you mutter quietly to yourself. Still one I must face, if only to release myself from the nightmares that stalk my sleep. As you wait in the black, the stars turning slowly overhead, your mind drifts to the tales of magic you've heard over the years. The quiet forest certainly seems like a setting for such. As a child you'd loved listening to the stories of old Aline. She never scolded you for slinking into a house with flowery handprints dusting your skirt. With a secretive smile she confided that she hated baking too, hiding you from your mother who was determined to teach her daughter how to cook. Some nights she would rap her wooden stick against the ground, calling the residents of the small village over for stories where giants were slain and serpents ruled the waves. As she spoke, her dry voice would carry across the flickering fire, rising and falling in a rhythm as she brought the characters to life once more with her words. Although she spoke of many things, your favourite was always tales of magical creatures, fantastic and powerful. From the majestic unicorns that protected the forest, to the tricky, shape-shifting puka, you could never hear enough of the strange creatures that supposedly roamed the twilight realm between magic and our own reality. Perhaps it was this fascination that moved you to sit in this midnight forest rather than stay at home in your warm bed. A movement catches your eyes, drifting white cloth against the darkness. You expect to hear footfalls crunch on the pebbled sand, but silence reigns. The figure dances into view, ghostly pale but lovely. Hair streams out behind her as she spins with eyes closed to music that no one but she can hear. Blue lips curve in a knowing smile. How could she know you're here? As she spins closer, your breath catches in your throat. It cannot be. You flinch back, thorns digging into your skin and drawing dark droplets of blood that drip into the earth below. The pain snaps your mind into focus. Now you're certain. This is no dream like the ones before. This time, she is real. The maiden dances, her feet leaving no imprints on the muddy earth as you grapple with the inconsolable truth. You know her. This is Enid. She was shy and quiet, hiding behind locks of long red hair. You knew her feelings for you ran deep, though you never returned them. You gape at the girl stunned. You know her, yet you cannot. She's gone and buried beneath the oak grove in the village green. You'd found her lifeless drowned body washed up upon the shore herself. There can be no mistake. Though you'd never paid her any attention in life, there's something about her now that draws you, pulling at your heart and your mind. You shake your head, trying to clear it. This cannot be real. Ah, but it is Arkishla. Her voice is soft and musical, yet cold as snow. You still, the colour draining from your face. Arkishla. You recognise the word. It's a term of endearment, but also so much more than that. It means the one who has your pulse, your very life within their hands. Only one person has ever called you that, and you rejected her. Enid, you whisper, barely trusting your voice. Thank the light, I thought you were dead. She sidles closer, as if to whisper a secret, eyes still tightly closed. Ah, my poor sweet one, how little you know. What is loved never dies. Her voice winds around your mind, silky and smooth, causing you to feel giddy. Yet those words strike a sour chord, cutting through the fog. You jump to your feet, wary and ready to run. But Enid, why do you say such things? I never loved you. You know this. Her cold smile twists briefly into a snarl before composing once more into icy calm. Oh, my sweet, how little you know. I have the power to make you love me now. None will ever refuse me again. She hums a few notes and your world spins. Quietly, you take a step forward, and then another. With each pace, you feel your resolve slipping away. Step by step, you shuffle along, your thoughts swirling in time with the sweet music that spills from her lips. It promises you the rest of your days here by her side. Nothing could make you happier. Or could it? As she draws you forward a step closer, her eyes open for the first time. No longer brown, they're the colour of jade, glowing with an unearthly light. Even this does not break your calm. She's beautiful. She's a Rusalka. The words whisper in your mind. You've heard tell of the Rusalki of the river in old Aline's tales, created from the spirits of the drowned, human no longer. You shake yourself loose. You cannot join her. You make as if to pull away, but Enid merely smiles, pitching her song louder. Do not despair. The river will heal all. You will see, she trills. The last of your resistance gone, you follow her into the frigid stream. The river is deep here. As you take another step, mud gives way to open water. You sink, and it closes over your head. Enid's eyes glow brightly in the darkness as she pulls you towards the bottom. Greta weeps, clinging to her husband for support as they stand by the small stone inscribed with your name under the oak trees. It stands next to the grave of another poor soul, dead before their time. The cursive script reads Enid. My poor Baron, what possessed the lass to walk in the woods at night? I told her to beware of the creatures that lurk there for the unwary. Her husband says nothing, lower lip quivering with unshed tears. His lass had fallen into the stream where it runs deep and swift during the night, probably on some fool dare from her friends, though they denied it. He hugs his wife close, letting her bury her head on his shoulder. In the distance, a creature wails, a long, high note joined by a second lower one. Birds, nothing more, he mumbles, shivering at the banshee-like sound. Come, Bretta, let's go home. Thank you for listening in to this Let's Play of Lost Ones. If you enjoyed the story and would like to see more, it's available to play on the SubQ magazine website.